It's no secret that climate change has become a worldwide phenomenon. While skeptics and politicians will debate its existence, there is an overwhelming amount of evidence from the scientific community. From rising sea levels, rising global temperatures, shrinking ice sheets, and much more, there is undeniable evidence of global warming. This graph demonstrates the ridiculous increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide, courtesy of NASA. These changes can also be observed very close to home. Paul Majewski of the Climate Change Institute at the University of Maine says that more than any other state, because of its immense natural resources and where it's located, Maine is particularly sensitive to changes in climate. He also said that we're heavily dependent on stability in the environment. Humans are also responsible for the destruction of habitats when waterfront establishments or homes are developed. These environmental changes have negative long-term implications, both environmentally and economically. A steady increase in climate change and habitat destruction could lead to the decline of certain species or destroy ecosystems altogether. This would in turn affect the economy, as the commodities that businesses need to prosper would no longer exist in the region. I interviewed Ron and April Chadbourne, owners of CBS Lobster Incorporated, and they told me a bit about how the environment is affecting their business.
It just changes where the bait fish go.
Mm-hmm.
If the water gets warmer, the bait fish head for a different area. You know, they might move further north, looking for colder water. So therefore, the fishing boats would have to travel further to catch the fish, then have it trucked back, say from Canada back to the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just increase the cost. Everything would increase to the fishermen.
The other thing in regards to the climate change is that as the water sometimes gets warmer here and everything, the quality of the lobster is not as good because it can't, the water can't be 70 degrees because it takes its toll on, on a lot of the fish. Normally, further north, up like Stonington area, towards the Canadian border, they have a much better lobster, and they usually have a lot more of a quantity of catch due to the cooler water.
However, they also told me that in the short term, lobster populations have increased in their area, increasing the volume they are able to sell. This could explain why so many people are skeptical of the legitimacy of climate change, because the change occurs so gradually. One of these skeptics is our own governor, Paul LePage. In 2013, LePage vetoed legislation that would create a long-term climate change study focusing on preparing Maine's businesses. He stated, "I don't know if climate change is real or not, but I will say this. I do not believe in the Al Gore science." He also said that he just doesn't know how severe it is, and he's not sure just how much we as human beings contribute to it. He isn't wrong that this represents a serious cost. However, our state has had success thus far in environmentally friendly measures, including the construction of the state's first wind turbine. Not only was this a clean source of energy, it also employed 600 people while it was in construction. However, despite these efforts, Maine still earned a D grade from the consulting firm ICF International in our preparedness for climate change. This issue has sparked debate amongst the Maine people. The Natural Resources Council of Maine claims that nearly every state in the South is taking the threat of climate change seriously, and so should we. In my opinion, based on the long-term threats climate change poses to our state, this is an issue we need to tackle with bipartisan strategy. Sure, we can be skeptical of climate change if we want, but that doesn't mean we could ignore it. If a foreign country had the potential to destroy our environment and economy, but we weren't sure, would we ignore it? No, we wouldn't. In conclusion, to answer my initial question, no, we are not doing enough. In order to save our state from the threat of global warming, we need to tackle the issue with a cooperative attitude and the greater goal of preserving the state that we call home.